Hi everybody, and welcome to episode 41, which I'm calling a witching hour. So I'm not going to start with that, so that's a little bit misleading as to what this episode's going to be about. So there's a few things, a few updates from this week. So the first one is I have a new wig. I've gone a little bit darker because I thought we're going into winter now. Let's try out a bit of a darker look on my bald head. So I haven't named her yet. So as we know, my other wigs are Steffi, Brooke and Hope from Bold and the Beautiful, as we like to call it, the Bald and the Beautiful. So I'm thinking I'm going to put it out to everybody to leave suggestions in the comments, because they're possibly the only three people I know in Bold and Beautiful other than the boys. So it doesn't necessarily have to be Bold and the Beautiful, if themed, if people have other ideas. Like at one stage I went, it's dark, so it could be Raquel Welch, and then I thought, tickets on yourself. But I'm actually open to all suggestions, so put it in the comment and help me name the new wig. So the other thing I'm going to do too, after talking to my friend Jen, who you know is going through this as well but is behind me, is I'm going to actually put some more notes into the episodes about what I'm talking about in the episodes, because she made the comment, I've got to go back and watch your episodes to find things that she wants to know about. So I thought maybe that would be helpful. So I'm going to try and do that. There are now, this is 41 episodes, so it's a lot. I'm glad they're only 5 minutes or 6 minutes. So I'll do that over the next few weeks, just to provide that more information to people who may want to go back and listen to it, which I'm knocking on wood to say nobody here gets breast cancer in the future, but hopefully that doesn't happen. But if it does, then maybe some of these hints will help. So week that was, which is where I bring the witching hour in. So I'm back to the 2 chemos. Been pretty lucky with symptoms. Other than 2 things, still got the neuropathy a little bit in my feet, which is just, it's feeling quite numb. It's not too bad. It's absolutely livable, so I shouldn't complain, but hopefully that will come back. But the steroid effects, that's the witching hour. And I was talking to Jenny about this as well. 2 a.m, guaranteed you are up. It hasn't been too bad, because most of the time I can get back to sleep quite quickly, and the nurses at chemo did offer me a sleeping tablet. I'm not sort of at that stage anymore. I think I had one night where I just could not sleep at all, and I actually got out of bed and got up, and so that was really, really rough. The next day I actually started work much later that day, just so that I could have a little bit more sleep. And once I had the sleep, I was fine, but those 2-3 days of steroids really does knock you around. But anyway, all good. I'm still drinking lots of water. The good thing about the steroids is they do make you want to exercise. So I am still exercising in the morning, and sometimes with the steroids, I'm exercising in the afternoon. Now, I'm not overdoing it, but definitely doing walking and a bit of weights and yoga as well. So that's been good. My taste buds aren't too bad at the moment, actually, but they're not back to normal. What somebody said to me is, when you're going through chemo, never eat your favorite foods, because they will be a disappointment. I had that this week with making tacos. I love tacos. They're probably my favorite meal, but no, not great. And I'm just hoping that once I get taste buds back, I will actually want to try them, because you sort of have this memory then of they were not good. The other change too is I'm probably drifting back to normal water. Remember, I started drinking soda water when the taste buds really lost it, and Emily, my goddaughter, suggested soda water, and her mum Jackie gave me a soda stream. So that's been wonderful, but I think I'm going to drift back to water now, because my taste buds are changing again. So I could go back and forth, because even the oncologist says that the bubbles are good for you with the soda water, so that's good. My neurophils were good again this week. Obviously I had the chemo. They were sitting at about 2.28. So they are coming down. So I'm just hoping, because I've only got 2 chemos left, that they stay above that 1. The week before they were 4.3 4, around about there. So they've come down quite a bit, but 2.2 is still really high. So that was fine this week. So still had the 2 chemos. And then when we got to chemo day on Tuesday, the worst thing ever happened. My insulin pump failed, and which means it is not working. So I went through the technical stuff with the supplier. They were really good, but we could not fix it. And I was freaking out because it was chemo day and I knew my sugars were about to go on a very big up. And so I haven't used needles for probably at least 2 years. And I'm thinking, how do I cope with going back to needles as well as the chemo effect and the steroid effect on my sugars? So we got to a position yesterday where he said, okay, look, it's not working. We'll send you a new pump. So I'm hoping that pump is going to arrive today. Worst case tomorrow. He's put a medical emergency on it. So I'm crossing my fingers very, very hard. Cross your fingers for me. And then I rang Renata, who's my diabetic educator. She was awesome because I had no idea what I needed to do, particularly with my long acting. So she looked at what we'd set on the pump and basically told me what I needed to do. And I must say, it hasn't been too hard. So the other good thing is, if anything does happen to my pump, like, I forget a charger or, something happens with the attachment and I'm on the boat, I actually now I'm more confident with the needles. So they were a bit high overnight, but today they're back down around about 8, which I'm happy with. So let's see how the day goes. And as I said, cross my fingers that the insulin pump turns up. So that's all my news. So a pretty unexciting week other than the insulin pump drama, but I'm going to catch up with Bonnie on this weekend to talk to just get an update on where she is, because as you know, she's a few months ahead of me. So that should be a good episode too. See you then. Bye.